I would say part of what, for myself, sharing my own personal story allows me to cope with the loss of friends and things like that each day is being haunted by the questions of, what if we took a different road? What if we were a foot to the left, a foot to the right? Constantly thinking about, what if we would have done that thing? Caring about it. The fact that I still care about it and still think about those people that I visit in Arlington, that helps me personally to cope with loss. And to answer Ranking Member Meek's question about should we have withdrawn from Afghanistan or not, whether somebody believes we should or should not have withdrawn, it is evident to everybody that it should not have been done in the manner in which it was done. But this administration is perfectly comfortable not being haunted by the losses that took place. I don't know how they live with that, because I wouldn't be able to. I want to ask some questions of you, Sergeant. You essentially lived in a tower with your team, your rifle, your ammo, a camera for 10 days?
That is correct.
Over those 10 days, those 10 nights, you were in there day and night?
Yes, we were.
In those 10 days and nights, did you witness the Taliban not letting people through their own checkpoint to get to your checkpoint?
Multiple times.
Did you witness the Taliban beating people?
Yes, we did.
Did you witness the Taliban executing people?
Yes.
Was this recorded?
We had footage of it, yes.
For those last 10 days, essentially, of the withdrawal, you were literally the front line. You were the front line of the withdrawal. It nearly took your life. So since that day, and in the 558 days and a wake-up, since that time, have you ever been interviewed by any part of the United States government about what you witnessed on the front line?
Not by a single individual or organization.
So the Pentagon has never come to you and say, hey, you were in front, you were with your team, you were looking through the scope on your rifle. What did you see from those thousands of individuals out front?
Never.
The Marine Corps never asked you when you woke up in Walter Reed, hey, Sergeant, can you tell us from your perspective what took place?
No, they did not.
The State Department, Secretary Blinken, others, they never came to your room in Walter Reed and said, hey, can you tell us what did you see about the SIVs or others that were trying to get through to be processed?
No, they did not.
They never came and asked you, hey, is it true that people in the State Department were essentially knocking off at 6 p.m. or not processing individuals at nighttime when you were still having to sit in a tower at all hours?
No, they did not.
Battalion commander, company commander, did they ever come and ask you for your story?
A company commander in a personal capacity, yes, but not through the chain of command or on behalf of the Marine Corps.
CIA, FBI, anybody else, they never came to ask you, hey, can you tell us when you were looking through the scope on your rifle, what made you think that you identified the bomber?
No.
The intel folks that said, hey, this is what you're looking for on this day. We think it might be an individual that appears like this and traveling in this way and undertaking these actions. The intel folks didn't come and ask you afterwards, hey, what did you see through your rifle scope?
No, they did not.
Are you aware that at some point, some folks in the Pentagon made this statement that all the people near the blast were concussed or unreliable?
I am aware of that statement, yes.
How does that make you feel that you have not been asked as somebody that was on the front line of this, that apparently they don't care to hear what you saw and what you witnessed?
Makes me feel like my service is not valued to this country. by the government.
Thank you, Sergeant.
Gentleman yields.